Yes, I make this a tape with with you. Thank you very much to answer to my question. I'm very proud. Thank you. Start. Okay. My first question is about your background. What is your background? What is your studies? Please.
My background is in fine art. Early on, my bachelor's degree is in painting and printmaking. I went from the fine arts into design, doing commercial digital arts, working with natural elements, using my body as part of my work as early as the 1960s. I also contributed to early works in looking at life extension and the degenerative process of biology. So I have 2 Masters of Science. No, actually I have 1 Master's of Science in Future Studies, looking at future systems and strategic thinking about the future. A Master's degree in the technology of philosophy of media arts, and a PhD in, of course, media arts and architecture design from the University of Plymouth. My thesis for my PhD is in the future human.
Yes.
And I use my own body as part of my practical work. So it's a theoretical thesis, but my practice-based work was using my body and looking at the regenerative or process of intervening or mitigating with the apoptosis or the death of cells.
Yes, thank you. You just define yourself artistically. Can you define more yourself artistically?
I'm not an artist per se. I left the art world and became more of a theoretician.
Yes.
About the arts and technology. So basically, I'm a futurist who works in the realm of technology and science for education. My interest is the future studies. Well, actually, I would say my interest is human futures. So I look at the human and the evolution of the human at the interface of the future of technology and science, and the merging of technology and the human biology.
Okay. You say you are not artist. You prefer say you are a designer? No.
Yes.
Yes. What is the difference for you between art and design?
Yes, good question. In the art world, in the era that I was in the art world, abstract expressionism was very important. Installations, video, satellite work, performance work, it's very important. And the era that I stem from within my practice as a fine artist was very much about the poetic of process of autopoiesis, let's call it.
Yeah.
So the autopoiesis process, where I found that much of the work was extremely involved in anti-humanism, more the fear of technology rather than the engaging of technology. So my interest as a designer is that I seek to solve problems. Mm-hmm. That the designer's role is you put your ego outside the door, and the aim is to take a look at gaps or problems in the world and look at ways to creatively find solutions to them.
Yeah. For example, what kind of problem you solve when you put nanotechnology on the body? Can you explain it, please?
Yes. Well, you want me to talk about my research and my scientific breakthroughs, or just theoretically about nanomedicine?
Your work, yes.
Okay. My work as a bioartist, I created a scientific breakthrough with the use of the small, simple animal, the nematode called C. elegans, which is a tiny little microscopic nematode or worm. It's like an earthworm. Mm-hmm. My work was to take a look at the issue of memory and if memory could be sustained through the process of vitrification. Vitrification is the process that's used in infertility to freeze embryos.
Yes.
Okay?
Yeah.
So I wanted to test to see if I could train this tiny microscopic simple animal to perform a task, and then to vitrify it or put it into cryonics.
Okay.
You know, cryonics
You freeze it.
Vitrify it in cryonics, and then to bring it back to life, warm it up, and test it to see if it could remember what I had trained it to do.
Okay.
Yes, and I was successful. I proved through this, working with hundreds and hundreds of these small, tiny, microscopic nematodes, that long-term memory can be sustained through the cryonics process of vitrification. And also we tested without vitrification, just the straightforward, cryonics with a cryoprotectant as well. So that's my bioart and scientific breakthrough. It is a scientific breakthrough. It's proven. It's published in numerous academic journals. It's published with the United States government, natural science and biology, and it's really an incredible breakthrough because as a bioart piece, it's not just coloring the shape of moths' wings like Marta Menendez, who I adore, or taking the cells and putting them on a scaffold to make a jacket. I find all that very trite. Okay. And my work is more looking at really what can bioart do that will intervene or mitigate with the problems of life and death and aging. And one of the biggest issues in the world today is memory, with the high rate of dementia and new evidence about early onset dementia, people in their 40s. And the only safety net for life extension is either genetic engineering or using stem cells or doing some form of nanomedicine.
Yes.
The different protocols that can go into the body and clean up the damage of aging or repair cell damage within, genomics or genes, or even slice out bad genes and add good genes. All this is going on today at very basic levels. Yes. So that's the area I'm most interested in, and I wanted to contribute to that area through looking at the only... If you were to die today, you have to be cremated or buried, or the other option is going into cryonics. And cryonics picks up where early 21st century medicine leaves off. In fact, many hospitals today are having cool-down rooms for transplant patients. So patients who may need a heart or a liver or a kidney or a lung are put in these they're cooled down until those organs come in and then can be transplanted into the body. So cryonics is the next step in medicine, so that if someone were to die because there's no cure for their illness, that they would be cooled down to a point of stasis where they just stay in this suspended state. So, and then reviving the person once the cure to their disease is established, whether it's 10 years or 100 years. The issue there is, are you the same person? Your memory. I don't want to come back as someone else. I would want to be me with my life experiences. So that's where the issue of memory is so important to me, and that's why I did that bioart piece. I can send you the paper if you like.
Yes. That interests me a lot. Okay, I understand more. Why you don't because when I'm looking for your work in internet or etc., I don't see a lot of not picture but art craft. And now
I moved a lot of it.
Okay. Beautiful. Nematode. You say nematode and
yes.
Okay, it's good for me.
I'll send you the paper on that. Here, you want me? I wrote a paper about bioart when I was working on my PhD in England, and the bioart community rejected me. And Oh, yeah, they did not like me at all. In Melbourne, Australia, is it where the lab is? What's it
Symbiotica?
called? I don't know. Jens Hauser and anyway, they didn't accept my work because it was transhumanist, and my work.
They don't accept your work because you are feminist? No.
No, transhumanist.
Transhumanist. Okay.
Because those particular type of bio artists thought it was okay to play with butterflies and moths and cells and doing transgenesis and whatnot, but thought that any intervention with the human body was bad, off limits.
Okay.
Well, I was the opposite. I thought the whole reason for bioart, from my history and my work, was to try to preserve life, to eradicate disease, and try to make if you're sick, try to make you better. I mean,
yes. Even if you have to wait, but that's what I understand.
Yes.
You create it.
I have a number of papers I wrote about this issue of the bioart click.
Yes, send me his.
Yes, Malenti Padalovsky. Do you know him?
What's name?
Malenti Padalovsky.
No.
You know Jens Hauser or Jens Hauser?
Yes. They are working with Symbiotica in Australia.
Yes, it's Symbiotica. Yeah,
Symbiotica,
they now they're interested in life extension, but 10 years ago when I was doing it, they poo-pooed it, and but Stellark is a good friend, and let's see, Edward Koch.
Yeah.
And George Jesuit. So I have a lot of those links there, but it's Symbiotica. Very rigid thinkers, but they do great work.
Yes,
they do really great work, but their scope of where bioart can go is very narrow. It's only dealing with art that is superficial. It doesn't add to society. It doesn't help humanity.
Okay.
Now, there are other bioartists like Laura Beloff. She's currently in Denmark. She works with the environment in bioart, so her work is substantial. But I'll send you a couple of papers. And in my PhD thesis, I write about this as well.
Okay, great. Thank you.
I send you that.
Yeah.
As far as my imagery, the visuals, if you look me up, you'll see my future body design right there. So I designed Prima Posthuman as a bioart piece. Did you see that?
I saw the piece that I know is a substratum. Substratum.
Yes.
Substratum. This piece that I know. I know. Yes. Substrate autonomous person. That's this piece that I know.
Exactly. And that's where it's a hi.
Yes.
That is an innovation prototype where we could have alternative bodies that were designed through nanotechnology and other artificial intelligence and artificial general intelligence to be more sustainable than our biological bodies. And in that regard, you could be partially biological and partially technological, or you could be 100% technological or 99% technological and still have some of your biomatter. So I don't think it's one size fits all. I think it's a spectrum of lots of gray areas where the aim is to be healthy and to have a body that is the best transport vehicle we can do, because that's what we use our bodies for.
Mm-hmm.
To have a brain that maintains its agility and its plasticity, so that our cognition is sharp and alert for a healthy, creative, meaningful life.
Yes. I don't understand everything, but I hope that because I'm not speaking English very well, but I will make a translation with a friend who is speaking. Good. Question. Yes. Alors, what are the specific issues in relation in your art or in your design? What are the objective?
Of my work, of my artistic design work.
Yes.
The objective of my artistic design work is to identify the ways in which the human can sustain over the future, and to address what it means to be human in today's world of high rapid technology.
Okay.
So that's the core issue. What does it mean to be human in a world where technology is accelerating so quickly, and we have robots and AI and automation and all these things that people don't understand? That the goal of my work and the heart of my work is to understand that and help educate others about where the human is headed and what it means today to be a human in this world.
People are afraid about what you are saying, what you are looking for. They are afraid about hey. They are afraid about biotechnology. And can I say that you are make it more clear, simple, and change the vision of them?
Yes.
Make a positive vision.
Yes. The way to make a clearer, positive vision about this whole area is, number one, we are already using technology to assist our biology through our smart devices, through our computers, through every microchip that's in every processor around us. Everything in the world is run by and through computer technology, all of our communications. Okay? Mm-hmm. That's a given. So we can't pretend that it's not there. The main thing is, who is designing the AI?
Yeah.
Who's programming the AI? And is AI being programmed in a way that when it starts programming itself, it'll be friendly or good, have a level of ethics? Mm-hmm. And these are the issues that we have to face today that are being avoided. So that's the area where I spend a lot of my time working. So in my future body design, which is substrate diverse person, that what I've added there is called the meta brain. And the meta brain is a term coined by Greg Fay and Max Moore. And it means an enhancement to our frontal lobe, our whole area of our brain, from the brainstem to the frontal lobe, that helps us better understand the world around us and make decisions that are based on more reasonable or logical outcomes than emotional or fear-based outcomes.
But all you say is a projection, but it's not reality for the moment. You make like a prediction, no?
No, it is reality. For example, artificial intelligence we already have today.
Yeah.
But narrow AI. Narrow AI is in the gaming world. It's in most of the devices that we use. It's in applications that we put on our smartphones. Yes. Narrow AI is around, and it has been around for quite some time. Doug Lenat, who lives in Austin, Texas, created the first business that was successful in narrow AI. So that's been going on since the 1980s, 1990s. I think he created his business in 1990s, but the discussion on narrow AI and its capabilities has been a long discussion going back to cybernetics in the 1950s. Yeah. And in the 1960s and 70s at the University of Illinois through the Brain-Computer Interaction Department, and at MIT through Marvin Minsky and John McCarthy. Oh. Yeah, but their AI never came to fruition because technology changed and the programming code changed. So maybe Doug Lenat uses C++ and Python or some other programming language. The issue is that narrow AI is here. We're already experiencing it. So the consequence is that our our intelligence, our cognition has already been increased or augmented or enhanced through AI in everything we use. For example, you're recording me right now.
Yeah.
So that is a computerized device that is allowing you the opportunity to increase your memory, because otherwise, if you didn't have a recording device, you may forget everything I'm saying or that we're talking about.
Yes.
Yes, so that in your recording device that you showed me, while it may not be really brilliant artificial intelligence, it does have the element of programming from memory, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so AI is all around us. So even in our smart devices, the applications that we download and put on our smartphones for maybe doing calculations, maybe algebra, or even looking up chemical codes, even using Alexa or some Google. We're Googling information all the time to help assist us. So our brains are already in that world of the Internet of Things. Anytime I don't have an answer to a question or I don't know something, I Google it. And then I'll check the references. I'll go to academic papers, I'll go to video clips, I'll go to TED conferences, and I'll go to government sites. I'll look at statistics through maybe the Red Cross, or I'll look through maybe the Millennium Project, but I'll check academic papers and reports, scientific journals. I will not watch the news on this. The news is, most of the publishing is a lot of hyperbole, so I want to go to the facts. So we already have AI today, so therefore what I'm saying to answer your question is not a prediction. We already have it today. So the issue then becomes, what could it be in 10 years or 20 years from now?
Okay.
And so that's where I apply my strategic design capabilities to think about, okay, if we're using AI and nobody even recognizes it, that AI is going to become smarter and smarter. So do we understand it and learn about it, or do we bury our head in the sand and go, I don't see it, I don't know about it?
Yeah.
My work is to educate people and write about it and do projects that introduce, maybe like my substrate, a diverse body, is incorporating the AI at the next level, which is artificial general intelligence, which is self-learning on its own. And my hypothesis there, my thesis there, is that it would become a very good friend. It would be like our consciousness. Yeah. So we still don't know what consciousness is, but if we had a broader scope of moving beyond emotions and judgment and biases and prejudices to see the world more with more objective experience, then we could interact more objectively and then put our heart into it.
Okay, understand. There is no really to put off the emotional and phantasm on AI, and to make a really to make really objective objective.
And then once it's kind of like this within the arts. When I was a fine artist, I first learned to draw like Da Vinci. I would go to the library and study Leonardo da Vinci's drawings and his anatomy, how he drew so beautifully. So I studied anatomy and bone structure and muscles, and I would just not trace but copy his work, so I knew how to do it. I learned how the body is formed and how to draw perspective, all of that's trained in university and undergrad school, before I became an abstract expressionist, before I could do abstract artwork. And that's my philosophy, that if you know the facts and know the rules and know what is at your time,
you can control,
then we'll have fun. It's like sending a child. I don't know if you have children. You and your wife. Do you and your wife have children?
I have yes, have to. It's okay. Yeah.
So in taking your children to the park to play, you would give the rules. The swing. Don't swing too high because you'll go over.
Yeah.
When you get on the merry-go-round, get on it slowly. You teach the rules of how to play within the playground.
Yeah.
And the kids can go have fun because they know the parameters, right?
Okay, understand. So, yeah. Okay. But for me, when you speak about AI, Um, I have a projection, and I think it's on my head. You put the computer, and you put it on her head or on your body. But it's not what you are talking about. No. Okay.
No, that's more like Kevin Warwick or Steve Mann, where they put, they're more like cyborgs, where they put stuff. My view is that it needs to be integrated. Maybe in my hair.
Yeah?
I have eye in my hair, for example. No one knows what the design of the future human will be, but and that could be very diverse, just like the design of people today with pink hair or piercings, and fashion changes a lot, especially with 3D printing.
Yes.
Beautiful fashion. So no one knows what the future human will look like, really. Pretty much probably what we look like today. However, the issue here is to sustain life. Lifespan is very short. I'm already 68 years old. If I look at the statistics, I have approximately 20 years left of life.
Yeah.
Because I'm degenerating. So my bioart work and my design and the theory of the future human is that we have more life.
Yes. Yeah.
For example, it's as long as you're enjoying life and have a purpose in life, no one wants to die. But if you're in pain and suffering and have you're really ill, then life doesn't matter so much. So in the future, I think people will live much longer lives and live in this material, physical world, also in cyberspace. They'll live in virtual worlds, and then we'll be able to move in and out of different types of environments, much like we do today, but going in the jungle and then going into the city.
Yes. The question for you, there is a specific creation or interrogation in United States between Europe. There is a kind of specific thing. Do you think?
Okay, so what you're saying, in the United States, there's a specific interrogation about what?
About art, about a point of view on the world. For example, there is native in the USA, and there is no native in Europe. And is it create something specific? The United States or American culture are different.
No. I think we've become such a globalized society, especially through the internet, that we may have different policies, different laws. For example, a liberal in the United States may be different than a liberal in Germany or England or Brussels or Switzerland.
Yeah.
So the politics, the terminology changes a bit, but I think that everyone wants pretty much the same thing. We want to have our purpose in life, our family, we want to be loved,
Yes.
we want to give love and contribute to the world and live as long and as healthy as possible. So I think that's the common denominator we all share, no matter what our religion is or politics.
Okay. Another question is about transhumanism.
Yes.
I know that you are your husband maybe is more, and what are the reflection about transhumanism on your work, and what are you saying?
Okay. Yes. My husband, Max Moore, wrote the philosophy of transhumanism in 1989, 1990 as a worldview with certain, it's very philosophical sounding. My work was more influenced by the idea of the transhuman. I wrote the Transhuman Manifesto in 1983.
Okay.
So the Transhuman Manifesto that I wrote in 1983 was not a philosophy. It was looking at the future human as a transhuman, a human in transition between being 100% biological to merging with technology.
Yes.
So I wasn't a philosopher. So I was a designer artist, and or a bio artist, whatever. I was looking at what are we going to become? looking at, at that time in 1983, there's a lot of performance art, a lot of video art, installations. Stellark was, starting to hang himself with pins. A lot of things going on in the art world. But what I realized was here, these artists are doing these interesting abstract and work with video. Video was really hot in the 1980s. But what does that mean to us? How is that affecting us? And I think I was the only artist at that time that said, well, wait a minute. Who are we going to become with this technology? So electronic arts and virtual arts and a lot of the synthetic arts was really the main thing in the 1980s. But the question that I asked in my work is, how is this going to affect us as humans? What are we going to become? Because at that time, people were with video, you could create a video of something, you could put it on the sky, you could, project it as installations all over the place in the electronic arts. So I was interested, so I wrote the manifesto for the transhuman, a human in transition as we're evolving with technology. So I looked at it artistically. I met my husband in 1992, and his work really did influence my work philosophically because it made me realize even more than ever that I was on the right track. That
you are on the right. Okay.
Thought about in 1983, and let me say the reason why that was so important is because I almost died. I was living in Japan and working, and I was pregnant, and the fetus died inside of me, and I almost died too. So I lost my pregnancy. It was a horrible time in my life, and I realized the vulnerability of the human body. That here I was pregnant and didn't even know that my baby had died until I started hemorrhaging, and a woman found me on the floor in a restaurant in Yokohama, Japan, and called an ambulance, and I was literally hemorrhaging to death. But while I was in intensive care for 2 weeks afterwards in the hospital, mostly on morphine, but it gave me time to think about my life. I thought, as an artist, what am I contributing?
Okay.
I had just been invited to the Paris Arts Festival. I was at the top of my career as a fine artist, performing and doing lots of videos and all that.
Yes.
But I thought, what am I contributing? I almost died, and my baby died. And so this is crazy. So when I got back to the United States, I started studying technology and science and looking at life extension and looking at the advances in medicine that would better help people, especially women who were pregnant, better understand their bodies and what was going on. So that, to me, was the whole reason I became interested in the human body and life extension. It's from my own personal experience. So 10 years later, I met my husband.
Yes.
And by that time, I was already deeply immersed in lecturing. I became politically involved in Los Angeles. I ran for city council person on the Green Party ticket and was elected. And my platform was bringing technology to help humans better understand the vulnerability of life. I had a TV show in Santa Monica and Los Angeles on the future, looking at all the advances in science and technology that could help humanity better preserve and protect ourselves. Not only with high-end ideas about AI and nanotechnology, but also electric. I had the first TV show that brought on the idea of electric cars. I had the inventor of the electric car on my show. But I also had, deep thinkers about the future of all these things. So then I got very involved in transhumanism as a philosophy, and not as a philosopher, but as a designer, thinking about a strategy for the world. So if these technologies are coming about, and the aim is to stay alive, because we all want to stay alive.
Yes, yes. Understand.
How are we going to utilize these technologies to stay alive? And looking at the history of the human species, we have always been about survival. How to overcome the odds, even in the the jungles or in the fields, looking at arrowheads and looking at the tools that we used early on were to get food, right? the hunter-gatherer to stay alive. And our ancestors, the Australopithecus, the Neanderthals, all the other hominids, they were developing their brain on their bodies from, standing up straight to building up from our brainstem, our frontal lobe, our cortex, and learning how to think. And then the early symbols, symbolism and language were part of our evolution. How to draw on a pictoglyph on a cave wall, like hunting, and all the symbols and imagery early on that we've discovered in Lascaux, France, the cave paintings, and even here in Arizona from the early Anasazi Indians were all pretty much similar in survival. The idea of you have to get food. Hunter-gatherer, you need to eat, you need the protection of your tribe or your family, and to survive. So the human has always been about survival and sustaining life. That's our history as a species, as the Homo sapiens sapien, stemming from the hominids. So that's where most of my research stems from, and looking at what drives the human in the first place. What is our psychology? What drives the human in the first place in our psychology is curiosity.
Is a
curiosity.
Curiosity. I don't. What is it?
Let's say being a problem solving, trying to figure things out. Problem solving.
Creation.
Yeah. Problem solving.
Okay.
Why is it here? To ask questions.
Okay.
Why are we here? What are we doing? How do I get that bison? Or how do I design a cloth to keep me warm? So all those, that's problem solving. So then after symbols and language, our brain continued developing for problem solving. And humans are really wonderful problem solvers. We're very curious.
Yes.
So we want to know answers to things, like you with your PhD. You want to know about bioarts. You want to know who these people are and what area that they're working in and why. Okay. So with curiosity, then problem solving, and then after problem solving, it's how to bring things together, how to ameliorate, how to resolve conflicts, how to fix things, right? We're good fixers. We like to, make things work and fix relationships or try to do our best. And then lastly, we want to transcend, whether it's through religion or spirituality or life extension. That ties into the level of humanity and consciousness. And are you a religious person?
Yes. I'm not Christian. Not Catholic. Not really. But yes. I think I'm a spiritual person. Yes.
Yes, me too.
Yeah.
And so along with that, it's why am I here? What can I do?
Yeah.
So the idea of transhumanism is about human in transition as we're evolving with technologies that are influencing our lives, as we always have. We evolved with fire. We evolved with the bow and arrow.
Yeah.
We evolved with the airplane, the car. The tools that we use help form who we are. And the tools have always been about survival and mobility, getting from one place to another. Just like we're using Skype here to communicate back and forth with each other.
Sure. Can you precise the spiritual dimension of your work, please?
Yes, the spiritual dimension of my work is based largely in love. This is going to sound really stupid, I know it, but John Lennon was right. All there is love. When I am in psychologically, when I'm in a place where I feel grateful or I feel like loving, I am with myself. I'm not angry about anything. I'm not annoyed with anything. I'm not competing. I'm not, dissatisfied. It's that presence of mind that is peace.
Okay.
We just are. And I find that most creative people, when they're writing or they're creating or they're doing something that they love, I guess all humans, when they're doing something that they love, they're at peace.
Yes.
And there's no anger, there's no hatred, there's no judgment, it's just existence.
Existence,
so
okay.
A spiritual view is existence, that life is is so incredible that the fact that we're alive
Yes, that's
is awesome.
yeah. I really agree with you. In my work, I work with plants, and I say that it's very banal. There is banality but it's incredible. Yes, I understand really. I really understand what you say. But are you on a religion?
I was baptized a Christian, Episcopalian. I did go to church up until I was 18 years old. I went to church every Sunday. I believed not in God, the Christian God, but I believed in a sense of the universe that functions like a system. That there'll be entropy and extropy. There'll be chaos and cooperation. And you can go with chaos or you can go with cooperation. And sometimes it's hard to make those decisions, like the devil on the shoulder and the angel. But if your practice in life is to go with trying to be purposeful and live a fulfilling life, then that to me is what I guess the at least my family, all my family are Christians. That's what they strive for. I don't believe in a religious
monotheist.
I don't think God talks only to one person who can only talk to another person to another person.
Sure.
I think God can be anywhere at any time. And my view on that is because I've lived in so many places around the world and experienced so many different religions. Every religion says they're right and the other one's wrong. So I'm going, how can there be such disparity if the religion that the similarity in all religions is to be one with their God, no matter what it is. And so if you're one with nature and one with the universe and one with love, then that to me would be the same thing.
The same thing, yes. Okay. For your work, do you make some artistic collaboration, or do you have a workshop, a place to work?
Yes, I do. At the university where I teach, there's different labs, there's 3D printers, there's all sorts of media equipment there, virtual realities, all sorts of gaming systems, and also at Alcor Life Extension Foundation. That's where I created my lab to do my bioart, the C. elegans nematode project. So that was my lab there, and I would like to go back to that location. And my lab was put aside because they built out the building, but I'd like to recreate my lab and do another project there. I do most of my digital work here in my study.
Yes.
And so most of it's on the computer because it's digital. My work in the environment, if I'm doing a video, I like to work in, like I did a project in the Amazon jungle. I did a project in the volcano Haleakala on the island of Maui. I climbed into the volcano and did a performance art piece. I like to work within the environment, like sculpting my body into rocks and stones. I did that at Red Rocks in Colorado in 1979. So most of my physical, performative work is in the environment.
Yeah, okay.
Because I love it so much. But because I spend most of my time now working in the realms of transhumanism.
Yes.
Most of my work is giving talks around the world, and I give a lot of talks, and I travel a lot giving talks about the future of the human. And so I would say my brain is my lab.
Yes, sure.
My imagination is my lab, so and it goes with me everywhere.
It's very simple. Yes. You continue to perform? Do you continue to?
Yes, I do. I there's some videos. My latest video is called Body by Design, and it's on the internet. I made it 3 years ago. So I would like to perform more, but I don't want to do it until I have. It's combination of this book I'm writing right now for a conference in Madrid, Spain in the fall. It's transhumanism, the basics, where I'm going to have different nodes of what it all is, and then I will perform it out like a dance. And so it's going to simplify it down to the purpose of life. And for that, I would need, it would be more like a stage with lots of visuals and using voice.
Okay, great. I will tell you after. But maybe the last question for you, maybe. You are the example of your heart, of your yes. Are you the subject of your what you are looking for? Your body? Is it yeah?
Is the object of what I'm looking for in my body?
Yeah. I will be more clear. The fact that you are really young, you are beautiful, you are. Do you happily what you are looking for on yourself?
Yeah. Oh, am I happy with the way I am? No, I'd like to be smarter.
Yeah.
I'd like to have better memory. I'd like to be smarter. I'd like to be more flexible. I would like to be able to, physically at my age, I can't do things. I have back pain. So it's hard for me to do a lot of the things that I used to do because the bone density and muscle mass degenerates. So I'm very happy with who I am and what I am, yes. But I want to continue living as healthy and long as possible. Yes. So I'm happy with what I am. Yeah.
You make some operation on your body?
Only necessary when during my pregnancy I had to have the baby removed, so that was an operation. Have I done cosmetic surgery?
Yes, surgery or make some on your bones. I don't know.
Yes, it's in my PhD. I'll send it to you. To mitigate or to intervene with the muscle mass loss, I started experiencing in my 40s. I started lifting weights and taking more vitamins and nutritional supplements to help build my muscle mass. So yes, for my bone density, I have osteopenia, which is a precursor to osteoporosis, which is normal for women in their 50s. So yes, exercise, yoga, trying to get back into that, Pilates, bodybuilding, skiing. Keeping active is the solution to that. Staying active, and yes, I do. I intervene with that. Yes.
You are not. My question is very strange, but do you think you are after Orlan? She's a French artist that makes surgery.
Yes, Orlan. I know her. Yes.
Yeah. Do you think you are after her, or you succeeded on?
Okay, yes, definitely. And the reason why is this. Even though we're probably she's maybe a little bit older than me. I'm not sure how old she is. But in any case, she wanted to look like someone. She didn't like the way she looked, right? So she wanted to look like Madonna. Was it? No, Mona Lisa. Who was it?
Yes, maybe Mona Lisa. Yes.
Yeah. So she had forehead. Yeah. She had things put in here. She had things done here. I don't want to look like anyone else.
Okay.
I want to look like me.
Okay.
And I don't care if I'm ugly or beautiful. I want to, as an artist, authenticity and integrity is key most. That I don't want to change myself to look like someone that doesn't represent who I am through my life experience. So if I were to develop a future body design for myself, it represent, let's call it an avatar. That avatar would represent a side of me that maybe isn't physical here. Maybe it would represent a more androgynous character. Like if you go into Second Life, have you been in Second Life?
Sometimes, yes. I saw the picture, only picture.
Yeah, I love Second Life.
Yeah.
So when you go into Second Life, you can create an avatar, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that avatar is a representation of you, of a character maybe that you don't look like here, but you'd like to look like.
Okay.
I would like to be 7 feet tall. If I would create a character I would like to look like, if not myself, then it would be that singer in the movie The Fifth Element. Remember that beautiful woman on stage in the blue dress?
Yes.
Sang and just incredible.
Blue dress,
I
yes.
love the blue on her skin. I would change the color of my skin to be mulatto. I like the color of your skin, but I would want your skin color with some maybe bronze or patina somewhere.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think with the work that I did in developing substrate, person, that body design, the skin is interchangeable. It could be, it could change colors and texture.
Okay.
Your hair could change color and texture. This is my natural color of my hair. Before, I've been dyeing my hair for years, but this is my natural color. So I like now that I don't have to dye my hair anymore. But I think that there's going to be so many options for people.
Okay.
In Second Life, in being uploaded, in games. We're going to play characters in games. Virtual reality, that we can have all sorts of different avatars or interpretations that you don't have to be like Orlan and go through surgery for that.
Okay. But it's virtual. Avatar is virtual. It's not the reality.
Yeah. Right. Okay. So what does Orlan look like now?
What she look like now?
Yeah.
She don't change. She have her.
Still those things in her head.
And black and white. The hair is black and white. It's the same thing. Yeah.
I think that's great what she did. But what she did, and the difference in our work is, what she did was she wanted to sculpt herself.
Yeah.
Okay. So she used surgery as her performance art to sculpt a visual of herself, but it doesn't extend her life. It doesn't make her healthier. She still has a limited lifespan. My vision, my work is about sustaining life over time. That no matter what you do, implant in your body, piercing, tattoos, it's not.
It's decoration. Okay. It's representation. Okay, understand. It's Okay. I really understand why you change of statue and you are not artist, but designer. Okay, I really understand. Beautiful. If you want to send me the information, it's good.
Yes, I will.
Yeah.
I will.
Thank you a lot, because you are really beautiful and smart, and I'm very happy to have this conversation. Yes.
Likewise, good luck on your PhD. When do you hope to complete it?
Normally, I have to send the information in May. June on May, send the first part, and after sustain it in the last in December normally.
That's great.
Yeah.
And what university are you at?
I am in Martinique, the University of Antilles. Antilles. Yeah. My director is Dominique Berthet, and yes.
Okay, great.
Well.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Oh, great. So let's stay in touch and tell your lovely wife thank you for.
Thank you very much. Yes.
She's background still there somewhere.
We are my wife and me. We are owner of a festival of performance in Martinique.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah. If you want, I can send you some information on that, and if you want to come, it can be great. It can be beautiful. Yeah.
Okay. Yes. Do send me the information, please. That would be wonderful.
Thank you.
Okay, and then I'm going to send you some information too. Okay.
Okay. Thank you. Bye.
Okay, thank you. Merci beaucoup.
Merci, Natasha. Cool. Wow. Okay.